What's happening, everybody? It's Chris with Lone Wolf DIY. Thanks so much for coming back. I got an episode for you. Today, we're going to be checking in with my buddy Conan down in Florida, see if he got eaten by any alligators or bitten by any one of those water moccasins, some kind of terrifying thing hiding in the water. He's going to be filling us in on his new network, telling us how easy it was to hook up. He's going to be showing us some of his APs and where he plans on putting the cameras, and he's really making some awesome use out of that design center. He's showing me right there, with no kind of practice or whatsoever, him using all the equipment from picking it up off of the shopping list to placing it down to checking out the radiuses and making sure that he's got enough range for his equipment. So those flight boards are turning out amazing. I'm drilling the holes in them. I'm going to be polishing them up with some butcher block oil, and I'm going to take it out there. But before I get out there, I'm going to be setting up a booth out there mid-November for a cool craft fair they're going to be doing. It's called like craft beer and crafts or something like that, where you can drink and make stuff. How awesome is that? So buzz, boards, and beers. That sounds pretty good to me. So I can't wait for you guys to check it out. Make sure to stick around, and especially in mid-November, because it's going to be so much fun. So thanks so much for showing up. I really appreciate you guys checking out the channel. Always appreciate your support, and I can't wait for you to check out this episode, and make sure to come back and see me in mid-November so we can get on that epoxy stuff. It's gonna be so awesome, man. Check this out. All right, great. How's your day going?
Pretty good.
Awesome. Did you go trick-or-treating?
No.
Catch yourself any tricks?
Yeah.
Cool. Well, how's everything working out?
Well, it's working out pretty good. Let me pull up the system. So it's got the UDM Pro USW 24 PoE, the two APs, the two plug-in extenders. So that's kind of the internet setup right now. I was just looking at putting the cameras, but this is what the coverage looks like right now.
Oh, nice.
So far, no complaints at all. I mean, I've got internet throughout the house. These two areas that are a little bit more yellow, that's probably where I'll put those other two units. But from this one, it seems like I get pretty good internet outside as well, in the patio or at the pool. That's where, internet-wise, that's where I'm at the moment. Of course, the 5G goes a little bit less.
Okay.
But that's...
Your cameras that you have set up, what are they looking at outside?
So the doorbell, that one I think I can put like pretty quickly, because that looks like it's pretty easy to connect. We'll just replace the doorbell at the front door. I've installed a smart doorbell before, and it looks kind of similar in that it has something to attach to the chime box.
The way that connects is really neat. So it's got these little adapters. So instead of trying to wrap the little copper wire, the wire just plugs right into those little boxes. Okay, so you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 other cameras. Is that a back patio by that TV room? Because it's like the camera's inside the house.
Yeah, this is actually a covered. This is the roof of the house, and this is the actual outside wall.
I gotcha. Okay.
So really, this could be more like that.
You can always, I think it's a right click, and then you can add a point. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, that's super handy. Is that where your barbecue and everything is?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. To try to do a speed test out there, see how strong your AP is from that distance, because you have the wall AP right there, but the other AP looks like it might be in, can we see what the 2.4 looks like? Yeah, that'll give you a little more range for that.
Really, this is just looking at replacing, putting the cameras the same place they are, because the previous owner had a camera here, one facing towards the door up above this kind of like alcove area. Mm-hmm. This one facing the garage, this one just, pointing down the alleyway here. This one pointing down this alleyway, this one covering the pool area, and then another one was out this way. And then in the kitchen area, there was a camera out here. So that's the full set of cameras.
Ubiquiti does have what's called a G3 Instant, and that just runs off of Wi-Fi. So in case you want to put one in your house and not drag another Cat 5 or 6 through there, you can always just use that. So you did or you didn't set up your Wi-Fi network yet?
I did set up my Wi-Fi network.
Okay.
I've got everything on the Wi-Fi network.
Okay.
Is there anything that you can look at for, how is it working?
Yeah, so that gear at the bottom left, there we go. Okay, so Royce home. When you were setting that up, was it complicated when you were doing that? Setting up your Wi-Fi network?
Actually, the Wi-Fi network was fairly simple once I understood, once I got over the curve of kind of understanding the different components.
Technically, you have two networks. So you got the one coming from your ISP, and then you've got this one. So you have to tell all your devices to forget the other network, and then you should be good to go. And because this network is all in one space, you should be able to walk through your entire house, outside, wherever you are, without any kind of connection interruption. So when I first got here, I had two networks set up, one in my house and one in the tiny house, and I had to keep switching. And then once I put everything together, I could walk everywhere through my yard. That's where I am now, in the backyard, trying out my sweet Ubiquiti Wi-Fi stuff. Also, if you click on the little speedometer, I believe that's telling you how quickly your speeds are as well at the top left of your network. There, right there. Yeah. Yeah, that's got some information on there as well, as far as how much your clients are using and what devices are using more of the Wi-Fi.
So, oh, shoot! All right, I gotta cut this phone. I'm supposed to be on another meeting now.
Okay, no problem. Right. I pretty much got everything. Do you mind just shooting over that speed test whenever?
Yes.
Okay.
I'll do that.
Awesome.
Again. All right.
Thanks, man.
You. I'll talk to you later.
Okay, man. Bye. All right, everybody. Looks like Conan's doing really, really well. It sounds like his setup is really working out great. He's still got to get his cameras hung up in that big house. He's got a lot of coverage to go through as far as his PoE cables go. But he's got a good plan. He's got a lot of spots that he can run this cable where it won't be on the ground or tripping over it or something. He may run it up through the soffits on the outside. He's got a crawl space. He also has some space up in the attic. So wherever he's planning on running all his cables, he'll be able to put a flex switch in a crawl space, up in the attic or whatever. That way, you're not running 20 different wires from UDM Pro all the way up to the ceiling. You've got one wire all nice and clean up there, and then you can connect it to a smaller switch up there, and then that will branch out into your other devices. His connectivity capabilities, now that he's got that Wi-Fi throughout that house, looks really, really great. He was able to show me the topography. He was able to show me the heat map on all the ranges that his devices have, and that entire house lit up red on that design center. It's probably even strong enough to go through the wall, so he doesn't really have to bother with an exterior AP. But if he does, he could just put one right on top of his roof, and he will have all the connectivity he needs from the pool to the barbecue or whatever else they're doing. Go-karts? I don't know. You guys ride go-karts down there with Mario and Mickey Mouse? Who else is down there? The Back to the Future people from Universal Studios? Do they even have that ride? How about Jurassic Park, the first one? I just remember seeing all the Universal Studios commercials at the end of all my VHS Disney movies, and I always wanted to go there, but I was too fucking broke. So I almost burned out my drill by trying to drill a 2 1/8 hole 10 times in this heavy mesquite and the epoxy. Whenever you're drilling into hardwoods and stuff, it's a lot more difficult than a softwood like pine or something like that. When you've got something like oak, or in this case, mesquite, it will really beat up your tools trying to get through that. So my solution is my concrete mixer here. Could be dangerous. This could literally break my wrist. Good times. You know what I'm saying? I'm putting all my weight on this thing. This is a relatively new, better quality drill bit, and it's a really heavy drill designed to mix concrete. And you can see how difficult it is screwing through this hardwood. I hope you guys like it, Harbottle. Fuck, dude. Just add that one to the tally of hand marks. It's like an epoxy hucky puck. Hockey puck? What's a hockey puck? Hey, that looks pretty cool. Well, I was actually going to put some little legs on there. That way the glass is actually suspended and it's not like that. So if I got some little legs on there, you can put it like so. So by using the mesquite legs, I think it's gonna really jive. It's all gonna go together really, really well. And I cannot wait to show these guys. It's gonna be fucking badass, dude. So make sure to come back and see us. We're gonna check in with Conan and see how he's doing on his floodlight cams, his bullet cameras, his ceiling mount dome cameras, and also his front doorbell camera. But he's definitely got his work cut out for him. He's got a full-time job. The guy works his ass off, and he's gonna be doing all this connection himself, which anybody can do because it's so easy. So please like and subscribe and hit that notification thing in the corner. That way you can come back and take a look at my other videos and see if maybe you need some help, because Conan, he's got it on lockdown, but he did have to check out the occasional YouTube video. So if you'd like to check out my channel at Lone Wolf YouTube DIY something like that.com. Is it .com? Is it .net? .gov? Government owns this anyway, right? Check this out. This is called a tarantula hawk. It has one of the worst, most painful stings out of any insect. And I've been told that they're pretty harmless. They won't sting you unless they're provoked.